Hey, it's time for our new series, and what we're doing this year is sharing a different plant with you each week. And it can be in plant form, oil form, herb form, like all the different, well, they'll vary, so they'll never be the same. And then we'll try and sell a version of that on our website each week, a version of the plant that's we're featuring. So it's just a good way for us to love on like 50 different plants. I'll say 50 instead of 52. We'll see where it takes us. This week though, I'm just kicking the year off with orange because it's a plant that I think can benefit all of us right now. So I'm actually talking about the orange itself. So I think that a lot of you can relate to how uplifting it is if you smell an orange being peeled somewhere in your presence. I feel like it's always really invigorating or kind of just uplifting. So I think that we probably need a lot of that this year. And I don't want you to be, there are different plants and or essential oils, I guess, that are parts of the orange tree. So neroli is specifically the blossom. So you can get that in essential oil form also, and it's really expensive. But orange itself actually isn't that expensive. So that's why I wanted to focus on it, because it has so many awesome benefits and it's really inexpensive if you wanted to buy the oil, the essential oil. I think all of you know how you can get your hands on an orange. One thing that I do want to mention is there are great benefits to eating bits of the rind. It's a good digestive support. So if you're going to do that, I want you to just make sure that you look at the packaging. And it will always tell you what they've coated the peel in, unless you're picking it from a tree. I mean, even if you are picking it from a tree, you should still know what's going on with the plants in that area. But this says coated with vegetable and or resin-based wax. So it will tell you what it's coated with. So just make sure that you check that out if you're planning to eat more than the inside of the orange especially. Okay, so one thing that I really love, well, first of all, I really wanted to share this book with you. It's like one of my very favorite child books by Elsa Besco, and it's called The Sun Egg, and it has an orange in it, and this little elf girl, like she, in the book, comes across this orange, and she thinks it's a giant egg that's fallen from the sun. So I don't know, it's really, really sweet. So if you are looking for a sweet, sweet child book to share, it's a good one. Anyway, it talks about how in the book, if you come across an orange that's maybe a little bit dried out, it's just because the elves and fairies have been enjoying some of the juice, and they use like little larch needles to pierce it and drink from it in the woods. So anyway, we do have the orange oil, essential oil, on our website this week at cominguprainbows.com, and both sizes are available if you wanted to add it to an order that you were placing, or just grab one of these. It's inexpensive and it's kind of an awesome treat. So its uplifting properties, I think, are the emotional properties, I think, are the best part about orange oil. So I actually have some diffusing right now, and I've mixed it with a little bit of vanilla, and they smell delightful together. But I keep orange everywhere. I keep it in my car. I love the way that it smells, and I don't often have an orange to peel in my car. So it's just like refreshing if you're on a long road trip. Oranges are great I always pack one if I'm going on like a long bike ride or a hike or a ski. They're just great. And the small ones, especially if you can just tuck them in your fanny pack, like they're such a good. But if you have the bottle of essential oil with you, that's also really awesome. I know that running the half marathon, I know there's a table at some point where they have sliced up oranges, and it's like pretty much the only table I don't pass up because they're just so refreshing. Chock full of really great vitamins, vitamin C. They're really good for your skin, oranges, and it's actually one of the only citrus plants that is sun safe. So a lot of citrus makes you a lot more photosensitive, so you want to make sure that you put sunscreen on if you're gonna be applying it to your skin or your face, excuse me. But with orange, you don't have to be as careful. It won't make you more photosensitive in theory. I mean, make sure that you're still taking care of your skin. So it's also one of the essential oils that's really great if you're pregnant too. Like, there are some things that you need to steer clear of when you're pregnant, but tangerine and orange are really safe and great energy boosters. So especially in the latter months of your pregnancy when you're maybe feeling a little bit taxed, it's a great oil or thing to use. I put it in lots of cleaning products, so you'll actually find it in our upcycled wipes, and it's great for removing sticky things from a surface. So if you have like residue from a sticker or something, it'll take it right off if you just put a little drop on whatever you're using to clean the sticky stuff off with. So digestive support. It's a great mind easer. I guess, as I mentioned, like, it's super uplifting. So I actually will put orange in my bath a lot with some Epsom salts, or I like to use orange, a drop of orange, maybe mix coconut oil in your bath if you're worried about it being too intense. And you really only need like a drop of it, honestly, but I like to mix it with frankincense. And because it's such a rad plant, it pairs well. It's a good companion plant, so it will combine with lots of other plants really beautifully, like lavender, and I mix it with lavender a lot in my bath. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like such a happy plant and such a happy oil, and it's so inexpensive, and I just feel like everyone should have some orange. My kids actually the last couple days have been kind of down in the dumps, and with the things that have been happening in our world and still just being kind of stuck in our rut, which everyone is in, they've been diffusing orange in their bedrooms, and they just get it. They come and get it out of here themselves, so they don't even ask me for it. And it's one of my kids' very favorite essential oils, so he always, if you ask him if he wants an oil, that's the one he picks. So I think that wraps it up. Like, it's just really magical, and this book is really magical. I'll put a link to it somewhere in the comments section so that you can find it too. Hopefully you can find it. It's kind of obscure. Okay, orange. Happy New Year.